is within the school niqab fard.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. I know niqab is that. Regarding niqab, if you look at the earlier books of the madhahib, I'm not talking about later, I'm talking about early, because I like to study the original. I don't just study later works. I like to go back to Qadi Abu Ya'la, and I like to go back to like the earlier scholars and their opinions, looking at everything back, Ibn Mubrad and things like this. Niqab was discussed very differently than we discuss it today. It was, and this is another madhahib as well, where it was discussed in a situation of fitan, right? So Imam Ahmad, for example, is very straight, and Imam Malik as well, very clear aqwal that he thought the whole woman was awra, even the nail. Very, very.
My next question was, is the voice awra?
We'll get to that, inshallah.
So do two in one, answer both.
We'll get to both of those, inshallah. Okay. So the opinion that we find that the niqab is wajib is there, and then this is what we find in well-known opinion, for example, in the later Hanabila, like for example, Shaykh Ibn Uthaymeen, Shaykh Ibn Baz, Shaykh Salih Al-Fawzan, and all these, Shaykh Bakr Abu Zayd, they have written entire works saying that no, it is obligatory. But one thing interesting, in the earlier books, it's always tied to fitan as well. And this is why even the Hanafi madhab, when I was looking at some of the earlier books, because many of the later Hanafis, they made a claim that niqab is not wajib. Even though the madaris we studied, and definitely in Deoband and so on, show that it is.
There's a strong premise for it.
Right? But there are many statements in the later Hanafi books that you will find that show it, that the face can be seen and things. But the early books, what I did find very clearly, and again, I don't claim to speak on behalf of any madhab that I'm not classically trained in, is they said if there is fitna in a young woman, then definitely it is wajib. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a very good point. Even in the Hanabila, if a woman is past childbearing age and she's older and she doesn't cover the face, being at that age, then there is jawaz for that. And we find that in the Quran, Hadith, and so on. But if a woman is young, especially, and young doesn't just mean like a teenager, even young in the sense that people are still looking to get married to her and so on, and there is an issue of fitna, which we see in society today, then definitely there is wujub there. Now, having said that, there are a'imma and ulama, and that I respect, that say that niqab is mustahab, and this is not an issue we should divide the ummah upon. If I see a sister that doesn't wear niqab, I don't consider her to be sinful. Why? Because she's following an opinion, and that opinion has evidences, and a'imma, even recently like Shaykh Albani and others, they took this view, and classically many a'imma and ulama, they took this view, and we respect that khilaf. Personally, I take it to be wajib, and that's what I see in the madhab, but I respect all my sisters, even if they don't wear niqab, because they are doing their best, and I do encourage them that even if they don't take it to be wajib, even if they take it to be mustahab, do something mustahab. Why would you leave it? Shaykh Albani, for example, he took it to be mustahab, but his own wife and daughters wore it. Why? Because even if it's mustahab, you should do it. It doesn't mean that don't do it. There's one of the problems. But as I said, we live in the West. There's sisters that are struggling, and if they take an opinion because it has evidences, we don't want to look down upon them in any way.